Hi, I'm Tracy Faulkner from Lush Fabrics. We have a big sale going on at the moment, but we still have some new fabrics for you today. So these new arrivals, how many? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, nine. Nine new fabrics today, a few different bases. I am doing my video at home today because the warehouse is a very busy place at the moment with all the cutting that's going on. We've received a huge number of orders. So please be patient with us to get all of those out. We are working as hard and as fast as we can. We're all here doing as much as we can to get them all out as quickly as possible. Thank you so much for all the orders that we've received so far. I'm really short on space. I got a big delivery the week just gone, and I have another even bigger one on its way. So buying fabric is something that we all love, and I'm no exception to that rule. I have bought a lot of fabric, so that just means some really good stuff to come for summer. I'm prepping for summer. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. Sorry if I'm a bit echoey today. I feel like I'm a little bit echoey in here. Okay, first one is a new base to Lush. It's not a new base, obviously, but we haven't had it before. It's really, really lovely. It's poly rayon spandex. So 63% poly, 34% rayon, 3% spandex. Gives it a really beautiful softness. Still got the nice drape. It's 160 GSM, so I'm giving it to you now, but it's actually also a really nice fabric for summer, being that it's so lightweight. So we've got some camo in pink. I know that some of you are chasing some camo. Isn't that gorgeous? So it's beautiful and soft. It's light. It's drapey. It's just gorgeous. So it's got some really nice horizontal stretch and really nice vertical stretch, and the drape, of course. It's got some good recovery. Be fantastic for tops and dresses. You can make some little shorts out of it if you've got a nice knit pattern for shorts, skirts, so much stuff. It's got the recovery, so you can do a lot of things with it, I think. So this one, let's see. Oh, we do have a thread that goes with it. Oops, I'm falling over here. 155 goes with that. I'll put a link up to that. Let me just rearrange myself here so that I can reach things. There we go. So the rose double brush poly goes nicely with this one, as does the rose bamboo. Looks really nice. The ivory double brush poly. The grey 100% cotton, this is a knit, goes nice. Dark rose. Let me dress myself. There we go. Looks really nice. And camellia pink. So lots of nice little options there. So it's a new one, I know, and new fabric bases are a little bit scary, but just gorgeous for little t-shirts and dresses and that sort of stuff. Nice drape, nice stretch, good recovery. That's what we really look for. Okay, so that's that one. Now, I know I said that I didn't have any more waffle knits, and I don't have any more waffle knits in solids. I know you all really want some more waffle knits, but by the time I get them, the weather will be too warm for waffle knits. So I'm just going to save the waffle knits until next winter, where I'll go crazy buying heaps so that there's plenty for everybody. I will buy a lot more than I did this year. But this is a waffle knit with a print on it. So this one's called Ferocious. I'm going to hold this up close so that you can see. If you're not familiar with the waffle, can you see that waffle type print texture in there, I should say, not print? And then it's just the animal print over the top. So lovely and warm. So I've gone from cool to warm, haven't I? That's okay. That will suit lots of people depending on where you are in Australia. So it's got really great stretch. So waffle knit is just a sweater knit. So, you know, it's like jumper material, cardigan material that makes beautiful dresses. Got a little bit of vertical stretch there. Really nice drape. Yeah, so you can make, jumpers, tops, cardigans, dresses, you name it, out of sweat in it, and it's just lovely. And you can just see it drapes really nicely, even when I just throw it over my shoulder. So latte is a nice match for this one. Camel always looks nice with the animal prints, I think, doesn't it? And tan. And I don't really have a good match for thread for this one. I seem to have been able to match the other animal prints, but not so much this one. I mean, of course, you could just go black because there is quite a bit of dark in there, but nothing to match the brownie tones that are in there, unfortunately. So this is Ferocious, your waffle knit. Now, this next one, I haven't sewn anything up in this one, but I really want to. The colours are very me, I think. We've had this print before. This one is called Floral tapestry, and we've had it with like a mustardy coloured background. So this one is Floral tapestry in burnt orange. Isn't it gorgeous? Wouldn't it make the most beautiful wrap dress or a vintage style dress? Let me show you that print. So pretty. So this is a double brush poly. So it's beautiful and soft to the touch. Has really great stretch. Amazing recovery. Stretches both ways. And has really great drape. Beautiful fabric. Feels lovely. So great to sew with. Ticks all the boxes, I believe. So this one looks really nice with tangerine. Tan. Let's find that one. Scarlet. This is a single brush poly. Those last two were double brushed polys. All of these, I'm going through them quite quickly, I know, but all of these are listed on the website, and there's a picture of this fabric with the solid colour draped over it. So you can really take some time to decide what colour you think would be best for you. Orange, double brush poly. Mustard, double brush poly. Russet, double brush poly. Duck egg blue, because there is some blue in there. There's actually a few colours in there which you could pick out if you wanted to. And burnt orange, double brush poly. They all go really nicely. So we had every now and then we get a question about or a comment on the group saying that they're trying to sew the double brush poly, but their sewing machine keeps eating the double brush poly. I find my sewing machine does that on a lot of fabrics, not necessarily double brush poly. So let's say this was the seam that I was sewing. So if I was going to sew down here, if I was having trouble with my sewing machine eating my fabric, which does happen, I would start sewing here and go down. And then once I'd finished, flip it around and go here and go down. So my machine eats fabric the most when I have my needle set up close to this edge. I think that's a fairly common thing. I don't think that's just my machine that does that. So if you just sort of start it an inch down, and then you'll be able to sew nice and smoothly, and then you can just flip it over and do that other side, you know, that last inch that you didn't sew from the other side, so that there's no chewing of fabric. Okay, so that's Floral tapestry in burnt orange. I have another new fabric base. I'd forgotten I had this one. This one is a Techno crepe. It does not have a soft feel to it, certainly not like the other fabrics do. It's actually almost a rough texture to it. You can feel, I guess it's kind of smooth on the inside. So I'm not sure if it's just the print that's giving it the rough texture. I actually think it's some texture in the fabric as well that's giving it that rough type texture. So obviously there's a crepey-ness to it, but it's actually hard to see on this fabric because there is a lot of print going on. So I guess it's the crepiness that's giving it that feel, and then the print on top of the crepe as well to give it that feel. It's nice and smooth on the inside, which is going to be against your skin. It's got a slight thickness to it, this fabric, so a little bit forgiving, which we like, and of course the crepey texture is a little bit forgiving as well. So this fabric is 95% poly, 5% spandex, and it's 220 GSM. So it's got a little bit of weight to it, and you can probably see that in the drape. So it makes it a little bit more structured with the thickness. It's got not a huge amount of stretch, but it's got some vertical stretch there. Nothing vertically. So Beck has sewn something up for us in this one this week, which is really great because especially when we get a new fabric in, it's really nice to be able to see it sewn up, what it looks like as a garment. So this is like Liverpool, but not as thick as Liverpool. I'd say a cross between Liverpool and Ponte. So if you've used both of those fabrics, it might give you a little bit of an idea of what this one's like. But there's lots of colours in here. This one's called Symphony, and it matches really nicely with the violet double brush poly and purple rayon spandex, and where are my olive single brush poly. You could throw a little bit of neon pink in and really brighten it up. How great does that look? And it matches so beautifully with the brightness of those flowers. I think in here in this room where the lighting isn't fantastic, it's not coming up the print quite as bright as it actually is. Latte is another one that you could put in with there. There's some of those background colours, match that latte really well. And bubblegum, single brush poly. And thread for this one, I would just use black because that's what the background is, although there's a lot of print over it. And I do have a matching thread for the Floral tapestry I just had too. I just forgot to show you, but I'll put a link to that one up on the website. So this is Symphony in this new Techno crepe. Really nice, I think, for a dress or a skirt or pants, even a jacket. Look really nice. Okay, next. Last week we showed you our first Techno foil that we had, and Cheyenne made an amazing dress out of it. And because of that dress, Cheyenne has made me go and buy all the Tilly and the Buttons books now because I just love the things that she comes up with, and so many of the patterns are from Tilly and the Buttons. So I've gone out and bought those. So I've got to wait for those to arrive, but I'm really looking forward to flicking through and seeing what patterns they have. What she did with her Techno foil was she used a woven pattern because there wasn't a huge amount of stretch, and that's a really good way to overcome a knit fabric that doesn't have a huge amount of stretch, or a pattern that requires stretch woven, if you can find one of those, or obviously if the stretch percentage falls in the requirements of the pattern, that's fine as well. And we do always list the stretch percentage for you. So this week's foil is so pretty. This one's called Chinese Whispers. So it's got some beautiful pinks and blues in there with a really deep, deep black background. Let me open it up for you. Make an amazing little pencil skirt. Beautiful structured dress. A jacket. Pants. So much. Here we go. So gorgeous. So, so pretty. Obviously, this is a foil which is on the fabric, which means you need to certainly take care with washing this one. If you have to put it in the machine, I'd put it in a bag. Certainly wash on cold. Do not put it in the dryer. All of those sorts of things. Anything with any sort of coating or foil or anything like that in it, you need to take extra care with washing. So it's got just a little bit of horizontal stretch. It's really not heaps. Really nothing vertically, just probably a little bit of give. And there's your drape. So it's really going to make a nice structured garment. But I think probably finding a woven pattern is a really good way to get the best out of this fabric. So this one goes really nicely with Vintage Mauve, double brush poly, Light Sage, double brush poly, Duck Egg Blue, let's find that in my pile. Here we go, isn't that lovely? That's it. And obviously just the black thread would go with this one. It's 220 GSM, so it's got a decent weight to it, and it's 94 poly, 6% spandex. So it's got a little bit of thickness to it, again, just a slight amount. It's a little bit like scuba, not so thick, and the stretch isn't as great either. But this is Chinese Whispers, your Techno foil. Okay, now this print you've seen before. It's a different colourway. One of my new favourite prints. It's just so sweet. This one is called Navy Kisses. So we've got the green kisses and the caramel kisses, and we've got some French kisses in the French terry. Isn't that a gorgeous little print? Really nice for adults and kids. So obviously with kids you need to be careful about the size of the print. So this is perfect because it's so small. But it's really nice on adults too. It's not too childish. So it's really nice. So this is a double brush poly. It's amazing and soft. It's been brushed on both sides of the fabric, so it feels the same on the inside as it does on the outside. It has great stretch. Really amazing stretch. And it has some vertical stretch. Really nice drape. This one we've matched up with, oh hang on, I'll show you the thread first. 3555 is our thread for this one. So I'll put that link up, and it matches in with the white. So this is double brush poly, but we've got lots of other whites that you can choose from. Or navy 250 cotton spandex, which this is, you know, this is a bit heavier, so it's nice for pants and skirts and that sort of thing. So pants or a skirt in this and a nice top in this one would be lovely. Also the dark navy double brush poly works well. So Navy Kisses, double brush poly. Okay, got another double brush poly. I've got actually the rest of double brush polys now. This one I loved because you don't often see a grey background in these prints. So I snapped this one up just because it was a little bit different with the grey in the background. You know, there's so many navies and blacks and even lighter colours backgrounds, but you don't often get this one. And it's got some really pretty colours in there, in those flowers. So it's another double brush poly. Nice stretch, of course, as double brush poly does. You can make just about anything with double brush poly, so long as the stretch requirements and the weight of the fabric are what you need. So double brush poly is usually 180 GSM. There's just a very long list of garments that you can make with double brush poly. Okay, so this one looks good with white and vintage mauve. Is really pretty. Rose, that's my first one. Is really nice. Olive, double brush to match in with those leaves. Masala, matching with those darker colours there. I love that. That's really pretty. Light sage to match in with those leaves again. Dark rose. It must be down the bottom. That's it. That's really nice. Camellia pink. Let's find that one. There we go. And blush. Single brush poly. Really nice. Now, I don't think I could find the right grey to match the background on this one from the Resant threads that we have in stock, so I don't have a match for the thread on this one, I'm afraid. We do have a few greys, but they're either too light or too dark, and you really don't want too light because I think it shows up more if the thread is too light. You really want to go a little bit darker if you can't get the right colour, I think. But I just couldn't get it right, so I don't have a thread for this one, I'm sorry. This one is called Smoky Dawn, double brush poly. Now the next one is what I'm wearing, and it is called Wildcat. I have made the mood bodysuit for this one, so I've semi-attempted this pattern before, but I actually made it into a dress. So I mashed it and I made a Hepburn dress. This one is actually a bodysuit. I made my very first bodysuit. I was really impressed with my efforts on this one. It's so comfortable. I much prefer the high neck in double brush poly. When I made it last time, I used the matte black faux leather, which is absolutely beautiful. And while it is double brush poly, it doesn't have the softness and the drape of this because it's fully coated and it's a lot thicker than this double brush poly. So in this, I absolutely love this pattern. It's beautiful, it's comfortable, it's pretty easy to put it together. It looks better when I don't have a microphone stuck here. It's kind of a little bit risque, I guess, with this cutout here, but it's not an overly low cutout. I guess I'm showing off a little bit, but not too much. And nice long sleeves. It's really comfortable and cozy. And I made my very first My Embrace to go with it. You can't really see it. I've got some photos. I'll put some photos up earlier so you can see it there. This is the burnt caramel. Now, I apologise in advance. We are actually sold out of burnt caramel, so I feel like I'm semi-teasing here. But it does go really, really well. I do have more on order, but if you have burnt caramel at home, double brush poly, this fabric matches beautifully. So it's called Wildcat. Lovely and soft, double brush poly, has really great stretch both ways, and beautiful drape. And Mel has also made something up in this, and even though I just couldn't resist, I had to make something as well because I don't know why, but I just absolutely loved it. The colours. Do you know, I think what it is the burnt caramel colour that's in there. I really love that colour, and I don't know why because I'm not a brown person at all, but I just really love the burnt caramel colour that's in there. So I couldn't resist and I had to sew it up as well. So, Wildcat. All right, now our Lush Sunday special is also a double brush poly this week. I think I seem to like the Lush Sunday special being the double brush poly a bit more. We seem to sell more when it's a double brush poly, and I thought that if I gave you some other fabric types to try as the Lush Sunday special, that they would go, but they don't really. So that's kind of surprised me. So I've made it a double brush poly again. This one's called Meadow. It's super pretty. There's a lot going on in this fabric, but it's a really, really pretty little print. So it could look gorgeous. You know, look really nice as a My Embrace. Look really cute because then you'd have a lot of options for colours that you could wear underneath as well. So double brushed, great stretch. Nice drape. So this one looks really nice with white or yellow round modal, sky blue, double brush poly. How sweet is that? Pewter blue. This is a 180 GSM cotton spandex. Beautiful colour. Love that one too. Olive, double brushed. Here we go. Matches in with some of those flowers in there. Mustard. Mustard, yes. Mustard looks really nice. Green. Double brush poly. Also matches in with the leaves. Coral. Double brush poly. Camel. Double brushed, and bright coral round modal. Lots of options. So this one is just $14 a metre just for today, just for Sunday. So if you haven't tried double brush poly before, it's a great time to give it a go. But we also have a heap of fabrics on our website which are reduced at the moment. So all of these new arrivals are going in at their original prices. So these ones won't be reduced except for the Lush Sunday special, but otherwise most other things on the website are reduced. So our sale is going to go on until lunchtime tomorrow, lunchtime Monday. I'll turn it off at about 12 p.m. Perth time, so Western Standard Time, 12 p.m. is when it will go off, so get your orders in before then. If you have already ordered but you want to order something else that I've shown you today, that is no problem at all. You can do that. If you use the coupon code Combine My Orders, or one word, then you won't be charged shipping again. And that then tells us to look out for another order that you've got as well. So you can put in as many orders as you like using that code. If you have paid for express post on your first order and then you do Combine My Orders, we may not be able to send it express for you because obviously the price goes up with express. But otherwise, if it's just normal $10 flat rate shipping, you can put in as much as you like. Okay, so I hope you got something great in the sale, and I hope you like our new ones that we've got here today. They are now all up on the website. We also have our $25 gift cards that we're giving away in our Facebook group and our Facebook page. So make sure you log on there and check those out and enter the competition. Okay, happy shopping, have a great time, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, bye.